Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Spring Fever. As always, it's me, XFL Jim. God, I love that one. I love that one so much. As always, I'm joined by the one, the incomparable, the very arousing, even at some points. It's Uncle Rico.
This is what happens when a guy's coming right down in your face.
How's it going, buddy?
You know, a little under the weather, but I'm here. I'm battling for the people. I'm competing. I'm competing, my friend.
Sports Facts coming in. How the fuck did UTSA not win that shit? Up with 5 with 4 to play. Scores 2 points. The rest of the way, lose by 5. Disgusting.
Well, dude, you know what? We had the +7. That +240 dog would have been nice, but they should have won. They should have fucking won that game. It was a brutal. Florida should have won too. So, but got the covers. We'll move on.
As always, by the way, Spring Fever is brought to you by the one, the only Royal Retros, your one-stop shop for anything. They have the best merch in the game. Old NBA teams, our dearly departed XFL and USFL teams who are no longer with us as of now. You can go cop some Pittsburgh Maulers gear. I've actually been looking at some Philadelphia Stars gear that they got over there. I'm thinking I'm going to pick something up this week, Erik.
Do you think the Stars come back?
I mean, dependent. I think they might be one of the teams on the short list. It depends how they feel about entering NFL markets.
Yeah, like I
would love them. I love the Stars.
Yeah, I like the Stars too. I think it would be a good thing. How can I word this poetically? If I was doing it, that would have been one of the teams I would have kept.
The issue is they really prioritize teams that had markets already.
Yeah, which I get, and I understand. But
also, if it were up to me, yeah, I would have kept the Stars. I would have found a way to still employ Bart Andrus.
Oh, 100%.
Maybe the most football man alive. But what are we doing on today's show, Erik? We are ranking the quarterback rooms of the UFL. I set up a little tier list for us here.
Okay, let me look at this.
And so the tiers we have Has Case Cookus is the top tier.
Okay.
Championship level is your second next level. The playoffs, like if your quarterback can get you to the playoffs, a decent quarterback, and then a quarterback that would end up killing Terrell Buckley.
I respect that. Okay.
These are the levels that we're working with right here. So let's start off with the Birmingham Stallions. Their quarterbacks are Jamar Smith, Jalen Morton, and Adrian Martinez. That's who they're working with.
I mean, dude, you got Jamar, and Jamar's been an absolute stud.
He's a dog.
Plus, you have Adrian Martinez, who I think is going to be successful in this league. I know Cookus isn't on the team, but I think they're in has Kate Cookus status.
Oh, they cannot be, by definition, they cannot be in has Case Cookus status, but we will slot them here in champions because they do have a champion. Yeah. Jamar Smith has won a league. He won the USFL in 2022. And while I don't think he's consistently like great, what he does better than a lot of quarterbacks and what he does better than a lot of guys in these leagues is he's clutch. He's extremely clutch when he needs to be. And I think that really...
Yeah, he's a winner. He's been there. He's won back-to-back championships. He's been there. He's done that. He has a coach he knows. He knows the system. He knows the players. To me, look, I know you're a huge Cookus
coming off
guy.
An injury, though. Coming off a pretty bad injury.
I know you're a big Cookus guy, but I think this is the best room.
This is a good room. I am skeptical of how Adrian Martinez's skills translate to this kind of league. Jalen Morton's an interesting one. He played a little bit in Canada last year. He's still pretty raw. But I like this as a whole. It comes down to me, how consistent is Jamar Smith going to be throughout the year? I think this is probably head to toe, probably the best overall roster. I don't know if it's like the top tier of quarterback rooms in the entire league. I think it's one of the top ones. That's why it's a champion level.
Yeah.
But
I agree. Okay.
I don't know if it's like the number one. Next up on the list, Eric, the Houston Roughnecks. Their quarterback rooms are Kenji Bahar, Reed Sinnett, and Jarrett Garantano.
I'm gonna go.
I actually don't know if they retained Kenji. Is he still?
I would go kill Terrell Buckley.
Yeah, this is a really bad quarterback room. Let me actually look up. So I'm looking right now because it's. I'm gonna be completely honest. It's hard to find super up to date roster stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's an old one right here. Who do they have? Do they have? Who do they have on the actual official site? So they have Jarrett Garantano, Nolan Henderson. Those are the quarterbacks they have right now on the official UFL website.
That's to kill TB.
Yeah, anything with Jarrett Garantano. I'm not the biggest. He was like whatever at Tennessee, right?
Yeah, he was kind of like,
He was Reed Sinnett is whatever. Noah Henderson, Delaware State. Shout out the not even the good Delaware. We're gonna
shout out
them.
not even the good Delaware.
No, the Blue Hens are the good Delaware.
Shout out not even the good Delaware.
We're gonna slot the Roughnecks. I do think the Roughnecks will have a feisty defense. We're gonna put them in would kill Terrell Buckley. That quarterback room is rough. They have good position players in other spots. They got to figure something out at quarterback.
Okay, I agree with that.
They really, really do. Let me look up one little thing. Houston Roughnecks quarterback. No, that's from last year. Okay, we're going to skip then. Skip ahead. After the Roughnecks, Eric, we have, of course, it's the Memphis Showboats. Quarterbacks include Ryan Willis, Cole Kelly, Troy Williams, and
Mr. Cookus.
Yeah, they have Case Cookus. Yeah, it's right up there.
I mean, not even a discussion, dude. You know, I mean, just let the kid cook.
They have Case Cookus. And, like, Cole Kelly's fine.
How's that leg? What do you expect him coming back after that leg injury?
Cookus?
Yeah.
He didn't get injured again last year, did he? No, he was fine last year.
But, dude, that was a serious... dude, my knee hurt just watching it better.
Yeah, but remember also last year he was, like, the most sacked quarterback?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
This dude is just tough.
Yeah.
Northern Arizona, he was a lumberjack. He might be... Case Cookus might be, like, my favorite football player. But also, like, Cole Kelly's decent. Ryan Willis is fine. Like, without Case Cookus, this would be probably being, like, the decent to would kill Terrell Buckley. He really boosts this up quite a bit. Up next, Eric, we have your Michigan Panthers. Also, just for everyone going ahead, we're using Pro Football Newsroom's rosters. So if these are not fully updated, excuse me, it's hard for me to find information. Davis Cheek, Danny Etling, and Brian Lewerke.
I mean, former Michigan State standout BL Brian Lewerke. I think they're decent. Like, I think they're better than Arlington. I'll go decent.
Who do you think it's the... No. 1 sec. This is not updated. Because I'm pretty sure they have EJ Perry. Pretty sure they have EJ Perry. Yeah, they have EJ Perry. He's the starter. EJ Perry is definitely the starter.
Okay.
I think it raises it from decent to like legitimately good. He's a pretty good. He's a dang good player.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's as good as the Stallions though.
No. I'd probably have him like playoff consideration for.
Yeah.
I think EJ Perry's a really good quarterback. Let's see. There we go. I'm looking up the actual, maybe the beautiful. I wonder if Wikipedia will have anything for us, but I doubt it. I'm trying to look up the actual, most up to date quarterback situation, which is tough.
Yeah, because the rosters aren't up. Yeah.
Okay, we'll keep going with this. We'll see if another website might have something. But other than that, EJ Perry does bring that up to decent. Alex saying DC Defenders all the way. I do like the Defenders. I do like them. But I don't. Obviously, their quarterback situation is great, which we're going to get into in a little bit. I'm trying to find rosters. Please, 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 please. There we go. Oh, I think I found something. Okay. Let's do the DC Defenders next.
Speaking of the DC Defenders, who is their starting quarterback?
It's Jordan Ta'amu, dude.
And guess who friend of the show O'Kane sent me?
What was that?
A jersey of his from his St. Louis days.
No.
Yes. So my goal is to somehow get to a Defenders game and get that dude to sign it, and it's going to go framed next to my Davis Mills.
As it should. So aside from Jordan Ta'amu, backing him up, they have Jalen McClendon and DeAndre Francois.
Oh, that's a loaded room. I think that's a champion level room.
I think that's a champion level room. I think 100% that's a champion level room.
Mm-hmm.
Like, those are all pretty good quarterbacks. We never really got to see fully what DeAndre Francois was capable of. He never really, got a shot in Orlando.
Yeah. I think this is a champion level room. I like it a lot.
I think that's a very, very strong quarterback room.
Agree.
Up next, Eric. Speaking of champions, the former champions, the Arlington Renegades, with a quarterback room of Luis Perez, Lindsey Scott, and Holton Ahlers.
I'm gonna put that playoff. You got to respect Perez.
I think solid playoffs. I think if you have someone if you slot Perez, then if you bench him and then put him back in, like if you have Holton Ahlers or Lindsey Scott, probably Lindsey Scott, running you through weeks, I'm gonna say 4 through 6, or 3 through 6, and then you bring Perez back in either week 7 or week 8 into the playoffs. This is championship level, but you have to tinker it right. You can't just go full Perez. You cannot just go full Perez from the jump.
No.
You just can't. It's not advised. It's a decent room overall though. Next up, St. Louis Battlehawks. It's hard. So they have Nick Tiano, Manny Wilkins, and of course, AJ McCarron.
I mean, with McCarron there alone, it's a champion level.
And Brandon Silvers.
Oh, champion.
You got to kind of slot them here at champion level. That's it. What you'll notice is one really good quarterback really boosts these teams up.
Yeah, but I mean, if he goes down, obviously he goes down. I mean,
he does, and there's a shot that they go down because there is no bye week, but it's such a short season, only 10 weeks, that you feel like you can usually kind of ride it out.
Yep.
So basically, one really good quarterback just gets you through this entire deal.
Mm-hmm.
Last and certainly not least is the San Antonio Brahmas with Eric's favorite coach. They got Quentin Dormady, Reed Sinnett, and Chase Garbers. Dormady's the starter, I believe.
I mean, decent.
I'm going to give it decent. We didn't see, Dormady showed flashes last year at his time in Orlando. He showed flashes. I'm going to slot him in decent for now. I'm going to slot him here in decent for now, but I believe they could be up to playoffs. They could be here in playoffs. I'm going to put him in decent for now.
Okay.
What do you think of our rankings, Eric? Shout out Cool Kev in the chat, by the way.
Oh, what up, Cool Kev? I think there's 4 teams with some really good quarterback play. And because of that, if you have good quarterback play, you're going to have a good product on the field. But the injury comment you made is worrisome because if one of these guys goes down, the wheels are going to fall off. I totally forgot about Smith's injury. It's going to be interesting to see what he looks like coming back. Did he fall off? You know what I mean? Is it going to be the same Smith? Yeah.
Those are the only 2 guys that I'm potentially worried about because, like, Cookus and him are the only 2 that have any, like, sort of injury history. Tomu's been a rock throughout spring league since 2020. Perez has been in spring league since, like, 2018. He's been in every spring league.
Let me ask you this. If you had to pick the Panthers, Renegades, San Antonio, or, oh, my God, the Roughnecks. Which quarterback could you see go up a tier in our rankings out of these?
I really think EJ Perry could be like a difference maker for the Panthers here and bring them into the championship level category. Like, he could bring them into championship talks. It'd be between him or what we saw out of Quentin Dormady, the flashes he showed last year. I'm probably most excited for him because honestly, the latter half of the XFL last year, Dormady was maybe, in my opinion, one of the most entertaining quarterbacks. He was like a top 2, top 3 guy those last 4 weeks.
For Orlando, yeah, he was playing pretty well.
He was like the best part of that team.
Yeah.
So I trust him. Perez is a rock, but I don't know, like, he's consistent, but I don't think him by himself elevates the team. He's a situational quarterback.
Yeah,
you bring him in when you need him.
You bring him in, he competes, he's a dog, he wins, but
I'll tell you this, if any quarterback goes down and like they've already benched him and they decide to trade him mid-season, immediately putting a future on that team to win it all.
Because that's what Perezi does.
If he gets benched on the Renegades and then the Roughnecks all of a sudden like get injury prone and they trade him, the Renegades trade him to the Roughnecks, immediate future on the Roughnecks. The only other thing I'm looking for right now, Eric, I tried to look before the show. When are the books going to put futures on this league? We have the rosters kind of like they're at their max right now. They can't, if you're at whatever, you can't cut players.
Mm-hmm.
So we're seeing the rosters sort of like get fattened up.
Tweeted
and training camp's going to start here soon.
Have you tweeted our boy Dave?
Should we add him? I looked for it. I couldn't find it anywhere. I'll look right now.
Yo, Dave. Yo, Davey. Give me some futures. Sports.
Winning UFL online betting tips. Already with the tips.
I'm looking right now. Nope.
Oh, here you go, Eric. Here are some tips for you. The type of UFL bets. Money line. You could bet the money line in this league.
Oh, really?
Oh, the spread. Oh, parlays. I guarantee you. So this is just like a basic template on this website. No shot are we going to get prop bets.
Yeah.
No shot. Well, dude, if we get prop bets, I will. Okay, we gotta come up with a bet. If we get prop bets for the UFL, what should I do?
I don't know.
Oh, we gotta think of something. Okay, prop bets for the UFL. Prop bets for the UFL.
It's a crazy thing you can do.
Well, I mean, we got to go back to the food stuff, right? We got to go back to it.
Okay. What can you
go back? I've done cookies and I've done a pie. You want to do a cake?
Eat the raw ingredients of a cake?
Yeah, we can do a cake. What kind of cake? What kind of cake? If anyone's in the chat or anyone wants to comment what kind of cake I should eat.
I think you have an hour to eat a whole carrot cake.
Ugh, I hate carrot cake, dude.
Okay, an hour to eat a regular cake then.
Okay. All the ingredients to a regular cake in 1 hour.
No. I'm talking like a fully made cake.
Oh, come on. In an hour?
Dude, I'm like, my stomach hurts just thinking about eating that much cake.
Dude, Eric, I don't know if I've told this to you before, but do you know what cake soup is?
No.
So what I used to do in high school all the time is when I get home and one little sweet treat, I would get a bunch of cake batter and a big thing of milk and just have a giant bowl and mix it together and just eat it.
Jesus Christ.
I would eat like an entire cake worth of cake batter in like 30 minutes.
That's disgusting, Jim. But,
so if I do the ingredients, I'm looking at the ingredients list right now. This is just a simple vanilla cake, Eric. We're going to keep it simple because we're going back to our roots here. Ooh, 30 minutes to eat an ice cream cake from Alex.
I like that one.
Okay, 30 minutes to eat an ice cream cake, deal. If the UFL announces that they'll have prop bets, I will eat an ice cream cake in 30 minutes. And that's like if we can find prop bets on Bet Online, Bovada. So since 5 Dimes has gone to the wayside, what's the most out there book that you can think of? Obviously, if like FanDuel or DraftKings or whoever does it, I'll definitely do it.
The most out there, probably Bovada. Bovada's no 5 Dimes, rest in peace. But
no, it's definitely not. They do have a lot, though. Guess what, Eric? Nothing. Just CFL futures.
Speaking of online sportsbooks, you remember during COVID when BetDSI tried to sell everyone CDs?
No, what?
BetDSI tried to sell everyone CDs.
Oh, that's amazing.
Here, where'd you get the CD? Oh, at a legal offshore Costa Rican sportsbook.
Hey, Costa Rica's got some good banks. Alex suggested MyBookie. Other than that, I got nothing. Eric, before we go, favorite quarterback room. Go.
Oh, Stallions.
Yeah, mine's the Showboats. Stallions close second. Big AJ McCarron guy. I think we nailed the tier list. If we had to go realistic, so if I'm not being an entirely biased person, where would you realistically slot Memphis?
We'll just with the other ones, Defender, Battlehawk, Stallions.
I think Cookus elevates him to championship level.
Yeah.
At the very minimum, I think they're playoffs. I think there's a tier where I might put the Defenders as well as the Showboats that's in between playoffs and championship. For quarterback rooms. I trust all 4 of these teams to be able to make the championship game, but it's getting over that hump. The thing with the Stallions especially is I trust Jamar Smith in the crunch time moments. I don't know if I trust Jordan Ta'amu in those moments. I trust AJ McCarron in those moments. I trust Luis Perez in those moments.
I mean, you have to. They've produced.
They've just proven it time and time again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think obviously, Chris right here. Yes, playoffs for Michigan. I think they're going to make it. We're going to keep ranking position groups. Don't worry. While in the meantime, we'll go back to that. But for now, this is us signing off. This has been Spring Fever. We love you guys. Go to Royal Retros and use promo code Spring Fever for 10% off all of your stuff. We love you. Bye bye, everybody.